Hello students, myself Yunupuri from Department of Physics, Shri T.P. Bhatia College. I welcome you all in the second series of online practice MCQ sessions. I hope you all must have solved the MCQs which we have already provided you, and we are planning to provide you with 3 more sets of MCQs from the same topic, but of course with higher difficulty level. So let us begin with our first set of 25 questions of MCQs from the chapter Current Electricity. Question number 1. Electric current originates from which part of an atom? Now, as we know, atom is made up of 3 tiny particles called neutron, proton and electrons. And when these electrons absorb energy, they start moving freely in the metal. Or we can say that these electrons detach themselves from the orbit. So when we provide the voltage across the metal, they start energize and move freely in the metal. Now, as electrons are negatively charged, so they try to attract the positive terminal of the supply. And because of this, continuous flow of electron is set up in the circuit. So we can say that current is flow of electrons in the circuit. Therefore, the right option is D, negatively charged electron. Question number 2. A carbon resistor is marked with the rings colored brown, black, green and gold. The resistance in ohm is. Now students, as we have learned in the 11th standard, that resistors are color coded with marking or bands that allow us to quickly identify the resistance value and tolerance. Now in a 4-band resistor like this, the first 2 bands represents the digits or the significant figures. The third band indicates the multiplier and fourth band indicates the tolerance. Now here the first band is brown, so the digit value will be 1. Second band is black, so the value is 0. Third band is green, so we multiply the 2 number by 10 raised to the power 5 with a tolerance of 5% for the gold. So here the correct answer is C. Next question. Through a metallic conductor, an electric current is due to drift of. As we have discussed, when an electric current flows in a conductor, it flows as a drift of free electrons in the metal. Electricity flows easily through the conductor only because electrons are free to move. The right answer is A, free electrons. Now in the question number 4, you have been asked to find out the potential difference VA minus VB between the points A and B in the given figure. Now here is the part of the circuit and we can see that the current AI is flowing from the point A, and due to this current some voltage will drop across the resistances, right? Now current is flowing from the point A to the point B. It shows that potential at A should be greater than potential at B, and that's why the current is flowing, right? So we need to find out this potential difference VA minus VB. So first we'll calculate the voltage drop across 2 ohm resistance. That will be I into R. Here R is 2 ohm. Next, the potential drop across the 1 ohm resistance, that will be I into 1. Now some resistance will drop across the cell of EMF E, which is given as 3 volt. So now when we calculate by substituting the value of current, that is 2 ampere, the answer is 9 volt. So here the correct option is D, 9 volt. It is question number 5 now. A conducting wire of cross-sectional area 1 centimeter square has charge density 3 into 10 raised to the power 23 per meter cube. Now if the wire carries a current of 24 milliampere, then we need to find out the drift velocity here. Now drift velocity can be found out by using the equation Vd equals to I divided by NEA. Now here I stands for current, V is the drift velocity, A is the cross-sectional area, N is the charge density per meter cube. So on substitution we'll get the answer 5 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 meter per second. So the right option is B. Next is question number 6. A current flows in the wire of circular cross-section with the free electrons traveling with mean drift velocity given as V. Now if the equal current flows in the wire of twice the radius, then what will be the value of new mean drift velocity? Now as discussed, the drift velocity equals to current divided by NE into A. Now it is clear from the equation that the drift velocity is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. Now as the current is same and the radius is twice, so the drift velocity is given by V divided by 4. So the right option is C. Question number 7. If the steady current flows in a conductor of uniform cross-sectional area, then at any part of the conductor you have been asked to choose the right option. Now see, as the steady current is flowing through the conductor, then the number of electrons entering from the one end and outgoing from the other end at any segment will be equal. Hence, the charge will be 0. So the right answer is A. Next is question number 8. The drift velocity of free electron in the conductor is given as V when the current is I. Now if both the radius and current are doubled, then what will be the value of drift velocity? Now if the initial current is I, initial radius is R, and if both the radius and current are doubled, then the final radius will be 2R and final current will be 2I. Now as it is clear from the formula of drift velocity that it is inversely proportional to R square. So on substitution, the value of current as 2I and radius as 2R will get the new drift velocity as V divided by 2. So the right option is B. Moving on to the question number 9. Here you have been asked to find out the value of 1 ampere R. Now students, as current is equal to continuous flow of charge in the given time t. The units of the current is 1 ampere. The time is given as 1 hour. So the charge is equal to 1 ampere into 1 hour, that is equal to 3600 coulomb. So the right option is A. Question number 10. If the electric current through an electric bulb is given as 3.2 ampere, then find out the number of electrons flowing through it in 1 second. Now students, as current is equal to charge per unit time, and we can write down charge in the form of N into E, where N is the integer and E stands for the charge on the electron. Now on substitution, we'll get the number of electrons is equal to 2 into 10 raised to the power 19. So the right option is B. Question number 11. The potential difference applied to an X-ray tube is 5 kilovolt and the current is given as 3.2 milliampere. Then we have to find out the number of electrons striking the target per second. Now students, using the formula current equals to charge per unit time, we can write down the number of electrons is equal to current into time divided by charge on the electron. Now on substitution, the answer comes 2 into 10 raised to the power 16. So the correct option is A. Question number 12. Now in this question students, you have been asked to find out the color code for the resistance 3.5 kilo ohm with tolerance 5%. Now here we can rewrite 3.5 kilo ohm as first digit 3, second digit 5, multiplier as 100 ohm with tolerance 5%. Now our first digit is 3, so the corresponding color will be orange. The second digit is 5, so the corresponding color will be green. Multiplier is 100 ohm, so the corresponding color will be red. In case of the gold, the tolerance is given as 5%. So our code become orange, green, red and gold. So the right option is D. Moving on to the next question, question number 13. The magnitude of drift velocity per unit electric field is. Now here students, the mobility of any charged particle is defined as drift velocity per unit electric field. So the right option is D. Question number 14. An electron is moving in a circular path of radius 5.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 11 meter at a frequency of 6.8 into 10 raised to the power 15 revolutions per second. Now here we need to find out the approximate equivalent current. Now here students, the value of frequency is given. So from here we can calculate the time period, which is equal to reciprocal of frequency. And from here we can substitute the value of time period in the formula of current and we'll get the answer 1.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 ampere. So the correct option is C. Question number 15. A beam of electrons moving at a speed of 10 raised to the power 6 meter per second along a line produces a current of 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 ampere. Now here we need to find out the number of electrons in 1 meter of the beam. Now students, as we have already discussed, the current equals to charge upon time. Now here the charge can be written in the form of NE and time can be written as distance upon velocity. Now on substitution, we'll get the answer 10 raised to the power 7. So the right option is B. Question number 16. A copper wire of length 1 meter and radius 1 millimeter is joined in series with an iron wire of length 2 meter and radius 3 millimeter. When a current is passed through the wire, the ratio of the current densities in case of copper and iron wire is. Now students, the current density is the current over a specified cross-sectional area and that can be written as J equals to I divided by area of cross-section. Now in case current is constant, J is inversely proportional to cross-sectional area. So by substituting the value of the radius, the ratio of the current densities in case of the copper and iron wire comes out to be 9:1. That is The right option is B. Moving on to the question number 17. There is a current of 4.8 ampere in a conductor. Now here we need to find out the number of electrons per second that crosses any section of the conductor which is normal to the direction of flow. Now students, number of electrons per second is equal to I divided by E. So by substituting the value of current and the charge of the electrons, we'll get the answer 3 into 10 raised to power 19 electrons per second. So the right option is C. Turning to the question number 18, two copper wires of length L and 2L have the radius R and 2R respectively. What is the ratio of their specific resistances? Now students, as we know, the specific resistance is independent upon the dimensions of the wire, but it depends upon the nature of the material of the wire. So the right option will be C, 1:1. Question number 19. For which of the following dependence of drift velocity on the electric field is obeyed by Ohm's law? Now students, in the formula of drift velocity, 1 upon cross-sectional area can be written in the form of current density, and current density further can be written as sigma into E, where E is the electric field. So which implies that drift velocity is directly proportional to the electric field. So the right option will be A. Next is question number 20. The plot represents the flow of current through a wire at 3 different times. Now here we need to find out the ratio of charges flowing through the wire at 3 different times. Now students, the charge for the given time can be calculated as area under the curve for the given time. Now in first case, the charge Q1 is equal to 2 into 1, that is equal to 2 coulomb. In the second case, the charge Q2 is equal to 1 into 2, that again will be equal to 2 coulomb. In the third case, we have a triangle, so the area under the curve will be half into base into height, that is half into 2 into 2. Again it will comes out to be same, that is 2 coulomb. So in all the 3 cases, the ratio will be same. So the right option is C. Question number 21. Now here you have been asked to find out a quantity having unit ampere second. Now see students, since 1 ampere current flows when 1 coulomb of charge passes a given point in each second, that is 1 ampere equals to 1 coulomb per second. So it is clear from the formula that ampere second is the unit of charge. So the right option is D, charge. Now in the question number 22, you have been asked to find out the direction of free electrons in a metallic conductor under the influence of electric field. Now students, in a metallic conductor, the charge carriers are electrons, and under the influence of external electric field, they acquire some drift velocity in the direction which is opposite to the electric field. So the right option is B. Next question is question number 23. Now here 3 resistors R1 equals to 3 ohm, R2 equals to 6 ohm and R3 equals to 9 ohm are connected in series to each other and to a 36 volt battery. Now what is the ammeter reading after the switch is closed? Now students, according to Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R. Now in series we can add the resistance R1 plus R2 plus R3. So by substituting the value of resistance and the voltage, the current equals to 2 ampere. So the right option is D. Question number 24. Here you have been asked to choose the example of non-ohmic resistor. Now students, the ohmic resistors are the resistors which obey Ohm's law. And unlike resistors, a diode has non-linear current voltage relationship. Now in case of the diode, the current increases exponentially with the increase in the voltage. So the right option is C. Question number 25. If the specific resistance of the wire is ρ, volume is 3 meter cube, resistance is 3 ohm, then what will be the length? Now volume equals to area into length, and we can write down area equals to 3 divided by L. Now resistance is given as rho L divided by A. By substituting the given values, we'll get the result length equals to 3 divided by under root rho. So the right option is B. So students, that's it for today's session. I hope you people have followed the solutions. In case you still have any doubt, please mention in the comment section. Next week, we would be coming up with more such informative videos. For that, subscribe our channel and follow our videos. Till then, stay healthy, stay connected. Good luck.